Imagine getting that beautiful cabin at a fraction of the price. In this video, I'll share with you 4 tips that could help you save money when upgrading your cruise cabin. I have done this several different times in several different ways, so let's talk about it. Hey y'all, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Tiffany and I talk all things cruising and traveling affordably. If that interests you, then stick around and hit that subscribe. Let's talk about 4 tips that I have to help you upgrade your cruise cabin. Now, tip number 1 is really just understanding your cruise cabin categories. Now, what I mean by that is there are many different types of categories, from interior, ocean view, balcony, to those luxurious suites. So when you're booking your cabin, maybe you're going for the most affordable option, which is typically interior. Now, if you're going for the really most affordable option, you're probably going to want to look at interior and guaranteed cabins. And what a guaranteed cabin is where the cruise line will choose where your location is. Now, that's a good option if you are wanting the most affordable cabin possible on your cruise. If you book that interior cabin and you're hoping to get an upgrade to maybe an ocean view or a balcony, how can you do that? Well, that is looking for promotions, and you want to make sure that you're keeping your eye out for promotions from that cruise line. Your travel agent can help you with this if you book through a travel agent. If you didn't book through a travel agent, then you can continue to look at the cruise line's website to see if they have any promotions, any discounts that they're offering. Plus, if you booked your cruise already, most likely you will start to receive emails from that cruise line of different cabins that they are promoting discounts for as they are starting to try to fill up their cruise ship. Now, I'm not talking about royaling up. If you are going on Royal Caribbean, they have a program called Royal Up. And if you are eligible, you'll receive an email from them saying you're eligible to do the Royal Up. And what that is you'll receive an email saying that you're eligible. You'll have all these lists of cabins that are available that you can place a bid for to see if you could possibly royal up and upgrade your cabin to a ocean view or a balcony. Now, this is what we did on Icon of the Seas. We went from a standard balcony to an infinite balcony for only $80. So that's a great deal right there. If you are not receiving those Royal Up offers, then just continue to check promotions. Make sure you're receiving emails. That'll help you to keep an eye out on those promotions. Now, tip number 2, I know this may sound a little cliche, but timing is key. And what I mean by that is when you book your cruise. So I've said it many times in many of my videos, is wave season is when you really want to look for booking your cruise. Wave season is January to March. That's when the majority of cruises are going to be booked. That's when travel agents are busy. Prices will start to come down. Cruise lines will usually start offering promotions and discounts. So you can usually find some great deals on cabins that you probably couldn't have gotten a good deal on in some of the other seasons, such as the summertime. But if you did book your cruise prior to wave season, look at the cruise line's deals and promotions during wave season in January, March to see if they have any special deals on other cruise cabins that you may want to upgrade to, because you could probably get a better deal when you wait then for the wave season. Maybe you could go from that ocean view room to that balcony room for less than what you could have if you booked it in July. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. Wave season, not only a great time for booking your cruise, but a great time to see if you can upgrade for a little less. Tip number 3, now I do actually have a bonus tip, y'all, so make sure you stay to the end for that bonus tip. Tip number 3 is loyalty programs. So if you are a frequent cruiser, make sure you are signing up for any of your cruise line's loyalty programs. Often you will receive emails and even things in the mail. I receive stuff in the mail all the time for different cruise offers, promotions that they're running, just trying to bring you back in so you can cruise with them again. So if you are a frequent cruiser, sign up for those loyalty programs, because sometimes they will send you those deals and promotions and discounts before they start putting it out there to everyone else. Now, also, many of you know that we cruise on casino offers. That is another thing you can do. If you're wanting to play in the casino, you could also sign up for their loyalty programs as well in the casino. And then you can start, the more you play, you can start to receive some casino offers. You can even get free cruises and some discounts and free upgrades available. We've done this many a times. It's how we've cruised on all of these cruises that you've seen us on. They're all complimentary cruises. We only have to pay taxes and gratuities. And no, we don't gamble a whole lot. I have other videos on that if you're interested in that. But loyalty programs and gambling are some great ways that you can receive some of those promotions and those discounts before they kind of go out to everybody else. Now, tip number 4 is asking for upgrades. And what I mean by that is, well, just ask. When you get on the cruise, or even maybe just a couple of days before your cruise, just ask and see if you can upgrade your room. I mean, what's the worst they can tell you? No. Believe me, we've gotten that before. We've asked. We've even gone to guest services on the day of our cruise to see if they had any rooms that we could upgrade to. A lot of times they are trying to fill up their ship, and you can possibly score some upgrades at last minute when you're checking and maybe just asking and calling the cruise line and asking to see if you could upgrade to another room. Now, if you booked with a travel agent, you'll have to do this through your travel agent and ask them. They can book a upgrade for you or check to see if there are any other available rooms. If you did this on your own, then you can call the cruise line or you can go to guest services and check to see if there's another room available. Now, hold on. If you are going in the peak season, like summertime, it's probably not going to happen. These cruise lines tend to cruise at full capacity. I was just on Utopia of the Seas, and let me tell you, you're probably not going to get that if you're cruising Utopia of the Seas in peak season, because Royal Caribbean is trying to really make sure they are sailing at max capacity on a lot of these cruises. But if you happen to cruise in off season when not a whole lot of cruisers are going, especially if you are going during January and February when it starts dying down because everybody's booking their cruises for that summertime, you might be able to score a upgrade at last minute because they don't have all those rooms filled up. Now, I will say we actually tried this just recently. We went to guest services right as we got on the ship to see if they had anything, because we didn't receive any offers to upgrade. And we actually were in a balcony room, and there was an offer that we could have gotten a nice suite. I don't know which kind it was. It wasn't one of those nice grand suites, but it wasn't the junior suite either. But it was for $400. Now, I know this sounds like a lot, but that was actually a really good deal for this particular suite. And you all know I budget when I cruise. I am a budget cruiser, so I didn't have that in my budget to plan to pay an extra $400 for that week to go in that room. But if I had known, I probably would have tried to make it work, because that was a gorgeous room. And let me tell you, $400 to upgrade it last minute for that suite, that was a great price. It really was. So if that's something that you have and you're able to do that at last minute, then definitely check with guest services. Like I said, what's the worst they can do is tell you no. Now, if you're enjoying this or finding value in any of this, please give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. It just helps me to get more content like this out to you. For the bonus tip, and that is a little contradictory, but booking last minute. Yeah, looking for those last minute deals. I know we're always saying book in advance, because you'll find some of those best deals in advance. But not only looking to book your cruise at last minute, but maybe if you did book that cruise in advance, look for last minute deals on upgrades. Because like I said before, they may not have had the ship filled up, but also looking for last minute cruise deals can really not only help you to get a really good deal on a cruise, but it can help you get a better room than what you could have gotten if you did it in advance. For instance, on one of my videos, I was trying to see what the cost difference would be if I booked an Alaska cruise in a year in advance, or if I booked it just a couple months out. And I actually was able to find a cheaper rate for a 7-day Alaska cruise just a couple months out. So yes, I know that is not something we can all do. We have to be flexible with our time and date. You have to be able to fly to these locations. So this is just something to keep in mind. If you are flexible, you do have that extra money that you can fly there or drive to that port, look at last minute deals. Sometimes you can get not only some great cruise fares, but some great cruise cabins as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.